We can now jump to our next pilot. Again, we are still in the production and manufacturing cluster, so still on the same topic, but different. Like now, I want to invite on stage our corporate partner, Bosch, and the startup Aimbo Robotics. Please, an applause.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all. Yeah, you have probably seen a lot of humanoid robots already, videos of dancing robots, doing kung fu, karate, or even some household activities. But our project is special. And why I would like to discuss this in a second. Because as you can see, we have here 3 partners. We have here SAP, we have here Aimbo Robotics, and I'm from Bosch. And what we did, we have normally the typical situation that you all know, the physical world that is completely disconnected from the ERP world, which means all the ERP workflows, processes, data is not always matching with the reality, with the inventory data, for example. But now, if we have here the bridge with the physical AI layer, we are able to now understand what's really going on, to even do some more data analytics on it. For example, you can really match if the data is correct. You can also do some further process mining activities in the future, just by having a physical AI layer. And how everything works, I would like to hand over to our SAP colleague.
Yes, hello everyone. This slide presents how a proof of concept was implemented in a real warehouse at one of Bosch European plants. It belongs to the pick and place category and demonstrates how a physical item, in this case a KLT container, can be autonomously moved from one storage bin to another. The process starts when an operator requests SAP Jewel to check if there are any relevant open warehouse tasks. Once the warehouse task is confirmed, this task is then handed over through the SAP Embodied AI service on SAP BTP to the Aimbo Robotics platform.
And on the Aimbo platform, we actually transform a business task into a robotic task. This is done through several layers which we have built up on our platform. As an ERP system knows, for instance, that an assembly line is running out of certain material and you have to restock it from the warehouse, but the ERP system cannot translate this into specific robot commands. So the robot has to drive, for instance, 500 meters to the warehouse, pick up a certain container, goes back to the assembly line and refills the assembly line. And this is all conducted on our platform. And we also have several, let's say, vertical use cases on our platform available, standardized use cases like voice models, like teleoperation, but also very specific trained warehouse environment use cases, logistic and manufacturing use cases. And we build this together with our own foundation models on which we then train the robots in an autonomous way, end to end, and it gives back several feedback loops into the ERP systems.
So here comes the video. At the very first step, a user asks SAP Jewel to check whether there are any open warehouse tasks in the system with the relevant source storage bin. Jewel then returns a list of found warehouse tasks. User selects the one that it would like to be confirmed by a robot and check the details of this warehouse task. Then user asks Jewel to trigger a robot and perform the warehouse task execution by the robot. Robots come to their source storage bin. It picks up the physical container, in this case a KLT box. and move it to the destination storage bin, where the task was created initially in SAP S/4HANA system. Then user asked SAP Jewel to provide the feedback on the status of the warehouse task. Jewel returns the response saying that the warehouse task was successfully confirmed.
So many clients ask me how fast is this going on and how fast are robotics really then deployed here in Europe. And what I can tell you out of our experience, we actually do pilot project already in Europe and POC project pilots are really parallel run in a sandbox case on which we simulate the actual assembly line, for instance, in a specific use case. In China, we have already deployed the humanoid robotics. And this is really going exponentially. And we are currently able to develop and deploy simplified, narrowed down use cases in production. And this will increase with exponential growth in the future. So everyone just welcome to help us to create more POCs, more real data in the manufacturing and help us to scale. And if you want to know a little bit more about how we actually doing this and executing all this, visit our booth in the convention room. Thank you very much.
Thank you.